Hello, ladies and nerds. My name is Eddie Luna from the Film Buffs Anonymous, where no film will be safe. I am here with
Chema.
And obviously, you already know me as Eddie. I'm sorry, I keep reintroducing myself.
Yeah.
This is a special video.
This is a special bonus small show. We're gonna discuss our 10 favorite movies of all time. A list that consistently changes, but that's the same thing for everyone, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm solid, but I understand why people change.
Yeah. This is to commemorate our 10th episode, which you can find right before this one. These can be viewed separately, but we're gonna try to run through our lists. We're gonna go back to back. So you're gonna say your number 10. I'm gonna say number 10, then 9, and then we can keep going from there.
Yeah, sounds good. But I think we need our honorable mentions first.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So
Okay,
you wanna go first?
Sure. Okay, a few honorable mentions in no specific order. Inception. Charlie Bartlett, if you haven't seen it, it's a great coming-of-age story. It has Kat Dennings and Robert Downey Jr. in it, along with an unknown. Let's see. I'm going through my list. Oh, The World's Finest, Batman and Superman, the film.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome. Red Dragon, great movie. Honestly, I love Edward Norton in that one.
Yeah.
Godzilla, and I'm talking about the Godzilla that came out in 2014. That movie was awesome.
Yeah.
At the same time, I have to give props also. Godzilla 1997.
Yeah.
People shit on that film all the time, but that's a great turn off your brain popcorn movie.
Sure.
Along with Independence Day. Elf, which is an amazing Christmas time movie. Great movie.
Would you believe me if I told you that I have not seen it?
Elf?
Yeah. Like everyone I know loves it, but I've never seen it.
Dude, I watch that film 20 times every Christmas.
Damn.
Like literally, because they show it on USA
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
Like during Christmas time, they have it like a non-stop marathon.
Yeah.
I watch that film all the time. It's awesome.
Okay.
You really need. I remember I was painting my room watching Elf
Nice.
when I was redoing it. There's Elf, Independence Day, Scarface. Dude, I remember the first time I saw Scarface, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I need to get into this genre.
Yeah.
And because of Scarface, let's see what else do we got.
Godfather?
Okay, honorable mention, Godfather 2.
Okay.
That's an honorable mention because I'll get to the first one later on the list.
Okay.
And then the last honorable mention would be What If with Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, great.
Great couple movie.
Rom-com, yeah.
To me, the best rom-com ever, honestly. Really? It is up there with, one of my favorites is P.S. I Love You. You know, P.S. I Love You is also an honorable mention.
Okay.
All right, and that concludes my honorable mentions. I'm sure there are plenty of other ones I have. We'll redo the list maybe for our 50th episode.
Probably one after.
Yeah. All right, your move.
Okay. I have a lot of honorable mentions, so I'm gonna try to run quickly. If I have something to say, I'll say them. Okay. Honorable mentions first. 8 Mile.
Damn it! 8 Mile honorable mention. Oh.
Yeah, okay. 8 Mile because it's a movie that you could try to put a genre on it. It has no genre. It's such a movie that it's incredible. Back to the Future, the first one.
Shit.
Yeah. La Gran Familia Española. It's a movie from Spain. I'm not a big soccer fan, but it just the whole situation is great. Yeah.
No, sorry, you finish your list first.
Okay. I'm gonna Love Actually, which is one of my favorite rom-coms ever. It's so fun. Fuck you. It's awesome.
It's kind of depressing if you think about it.
I know, but it's so fun. I don't give a shit. Also, I made a rule for myself to not put movies from this or last year because I feel like they need to prove themselves. So I'm also putting Mad Max Fury Road in my honorable mentions because when you talk about sci-fi films, that movie is just incredible. Like it's 2 hours of complete and utter batshit insaneness, and I love it. Birdman, which if give it a few years, it might be number 1. Toy Story, all 3. Sorry, yeah. Whispers of the Heart, which you know how I love Ghibli films. Donnie Darko, which is just great. A Hard Day's Night, which as a Beatles fan, that movie is just incredible. Euro Trip, which I know a lot of people can shit on it, but hey, as comedy films go, that film is so solid and so funny. It never fails to make me laugh. Whiplash, which as intense movies go, that movie can, oh my god, it stops your heart. It's so good. Frozen, I love Frozen, but it's not on the list. Wind Rises, which probably could be my favorite biopic of all time. It's just incredible. Crazy Stupid Love, because I love my rom-com, so why not? Nick Corona's Infinite Playlist, which again, rom-coms. Pan's Labyrinth, which this was so close to be on the list. My Neighbor Totoro, I love it. Inside Out, which could be on the list, but not yet. Zombieland, which is I love zombies and I love my comedy movies.
Yeah, Zombieland also.
Yeah, I'm putting Prisoner of Azkaban and Deathly Hallows Part 2 in there. I could have put the entire Harry Potter ones, but those two are my favorite ones, so I'm going to put those there. And The Iron Giant as well. So those are my honorable mentions. It was hard. It was so hard. Like at this point, most of these movies were on the list, but it was hard. So I'm gonna let you start. What's up?
No, I'm sorry. My girlfriend. Real quick, me and my girlfriend, we were texting during the show. We were going back and forth until she's like, "You're busy, aren't you?" Yeah, I'm kind of doing the podcast. So she said, "Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye." And then I just sent her a thing. Sorry, now we're doing our top 10 list, and she sent me this funny ass photo. Look.
Waiting.
It's a photo of a skeleton in a dress with a purse, like waiting.
Oh my god.
That's made the show.
like
we mentioned it.
That's going on the show. Yeah. Does she listen to the show?
Yeah, she's actually listening. So we know at least one view is from her.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay. So
wait, real quick, I just want to mention this one movie. I don't know the name, but you're gonna know it as soon as I start mentioning
probably.
it. It's an entire film. It's like 90% of it is in Spanish, but it has subtitle. No, it doesn't have subtitles. Okay. The guy, his wife leaves, and he's raising his daughter by himself, and he becomes a stuntman. Like he didn't even know he had a kid.
It's instructions not included.
Yes, dude. That film, I know survival Spanish. I don't know very much. Yeah. That fucking movie made me cry. I couldn't understand half the shit. Like I could understand the gist because you understand some Spanish. That movie fucking ripped my heart out in this whole new way. Yeah. Top 10. I mean, not top 10. I mean, that film deserves an honorable mention.
Will that be your number 11? Like
that movie would probably make my top 15.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't fucking understand half of it. I still don't. And it was amazing. When I went to go watch it, I was so pissed I didn't have subtitles, and I cried. Yeah. I cried. By the way, smash the spoiler alert.
No, don't say what happens. Just say that you cried. Yeah.
No. I'm not gonna say what happened, but I mean for our list, I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about details of the plot.
Oh yeah, probably.
So first, warning, spoiler.
Kicking off the list. Go.
Why do I have to start?
Because I'm being nice to you.
Fine. Number 10. Really? You want to go there?
No.
You want to go there?
No.
I have a lot of jokes, backhanded jokes.
Well, fuck you then.
No, you may not. There you go. You really want to keep going on this?
Okay, let's go.
Number 10, Rocky.
Oh, good.
Rocky, great, amazing sports movie, iconic film. Not Rocky 1 though. Well, when
you say Rocky, you mean like the entire franchise? All right.
No, I mean it's a toss-up between Rockies 1 and 2 as far as for this spot. Yeah. The other Rockies are good, but 1 and 2 are great because 1 is about a man becoming what we all wish. Rocky is about boxing the way Remember the Titans is about football. It's not really about the subject matter. It's about dealing with personal demons. And Rocky to me is relatable to every human being. Anyone. Rocky is basically a 90-minute music video of 8 Mile of Lose Yourself. Yeah. In which make it. This is your opportunity. You go and you reach and you grab and you take and you fight for it. Yeah. Rocky, my God. I mean, him walking up the steps, you have a statue to it. It made Sylvester Stallone's career. Interesting story behind it. I don't know if you know the story. Yeah. He wrote the script in one weekend. In about 3 days. In a 3-day weekend, he wrote the whole script. Yeah. And he was going from studio to studio, trying to sell it. Yeah. He actually ended up having to sell his dog, his best friend. No. To stay alive. So trying to sell this film. And he ended up.
You better have fucking bought it back without.
No. Let me finish the story. You're gonna go, fuck yeah. No. Let me finish the story. Okay, so he goes from studio to studio trying to sell the film. He ends up selling his dog so he can live to try and sell this film. And every studio, one offers him $100,000, but he can't star in it. Fuck off. Another studio offers him $200,000. Fuck off, because he can't star in it. Yeah. One studio offers him as much as $250,000 for this script, but he can't star in it. Fuck off. Finally, a studio agrees, but they only pay him, I think, like $10,000. Yeah. so he can star in it. Which is he's like, fuck it, I'll make it. Yeah. The first thing he does is buy back his dog.
Perfect.
That's the very first thing he does.
Yeah.
I think he bought it back for like $5,000.
Yeah.
Which is half the film we got for the script. The dog is the same dog that appears in the movie when he's running up the steps.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah. So I mean, Rocky even the backstory of this film is amazing. This film won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Rocky is amazing.
Yeah.
You cannot call yourself a fan of movie unless you've seen this film.
I saw that movie. I swear to God, I wanted to go to the gym afterwards.
Right?
Yeah, like
right?
It pumps you up. It's really good. Yeah.
I mean, just the song by itself. Yeah. And I'd even argue Eye of the Tiger. The only difference between Rockies 1 and 2, I hate that he didn't win in the first one. The second one he won, but it was such a great continuation.
Yeah.
Those films need to go back to back with each other. And I don't like very many old films because they're kind of too slow paced for me.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It was amazing. Rocky is number 10. Your move.
Okay. My number 10 is it's a movie that maybe not everyone knows, but that I adore and that I share with everyone that I care about pretty much. This movie is The Secret of Kells.
The Secret of what?
The Secret of Kells.
I have nothing to say about this because I've never seen it. Educate me.
Okay, it's an animated movie. Mm-hmm. It was made by this guy made his name is Tom Moore. Mm-hmm. This movie was nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Feature. It lost to Up.
Understand.
So which is understandable. I mean, I love Up, but Secret of Kells, there's something about this movie that is just so like every detail, like and the way the animation is incredible. Like every second of it, it's breathtaking. It's about Irish mythology, mm-hmm. It's about stories from that time, and. But it's also a coming of age story. It involves a lot of magic and stuff like that. It feels like I don't know how to say it, but the way it's presented in such an elegant manner. This movie is so elegant that's the word to describe it. And it's like have you ever seen Samurai Jack?
Yeah.
Well, the animation was inspired by Samurai Jack in a way that it's 2D, but it still looks very cinematic. Oh. So it was inspired a lot of that. So you see something that's in 2D, but it also looks kind of 3D, like in its own world. It's great. It's beautiful. It's just incredible. It's a movie that not everyone knows, but that I feel like if everyone did, like it's just amazing. I love it.
Would be a better place.
Yeah, like The Secret of Kells, number 10 in my list. It's great. Mm-hmm. We should try to to go this because we're already 12 minutes in. So you go with number 9.
Okay, but I think I dragged down a little bit with Rocky. My bad.
But that backstory was pretty good, so we can forgive it.
Okay, number 9.
Yeah.
Would be Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, great!
Wolf of Wall Street, awesome film. It's very recent, so I don't think we need to talk about it too much. Just a film about access, but Jesus, man, this film was so much fun to watch.
It was a trip.
Right.
Yeah, I think this is the only 3-hour movie that I can actually sit down and watch over and over again.
Yeah, and I mean the film is. It's access in itself. It's Martin Scorsese at his best.
At his best, yeah.
And I mean, the film is about access, like too much.
Yeah.
And the film has too much. It has too much drinking. It has too much drugs. It has too much partying. It has too much cursing. Yeah. And it doesn't have enough of Margot Robbie's boobs. But besides that, I mean, the film was amazing. You saw Harley Quinn naked in there, and it was worth it. Yeah. I'm completely joking, sweetheart. I saw the edited version. I promise.
Sure you did.
Shut the fuck up. But
okay. I've always said this about movies. If you're gonna go out, go all out, and this movie goes all out.
This film went balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I mean that I can leave it at that. It's awesome. It's on the list. There you go.
Okay, my number 9. I really wanted this to not be nostalgia based because, and in order to have it on the list, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and rewatch it again. Sit down, rewatch it again. It's still as special to me as it is when I watched it as a kid. It's A New Hope, Star Wars episode 4. It's Star Wars is a big part of who I am. It's not the first movie I watched, but it's the first one I remember watching. Like I love this movie. My mom sat me down and she made me watch episode 4, 5, and 6 back to back, and I will always thank her for it. So much that I will take her to the midnight premiere of Star Wars episode 7. Like that much.
I will be there with you.
Good, thank you. And like A New Hope just inspired me in many ways. Like I watched it in as much awe as I did when I was a kid. This movie, just the story, people see it as the rise and fall of Darth Vader. I see it as the story of the hero of the galaxy, Luke Skywalker. It's great. The side characters are great. Even characters who cannot talk, like R2-D2 and Chewbacca, they're just so fun to watch. Han Solo is great. Princess Leia is great. It's great. Like, it's so original. It's so great. I love it so much. I have nothing but praise to give to. I know people have their problems with it. I know people. I know you do, but to me, it's a movie that's special to me. I love it. A New Hope it is.
Now I'm kind of sorry I gave it so much shit because you spoke so passionately about it.
I love it so much. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Number 8.
Yeah, number 8.
Okay, number 8 is a film about a couple brothers. Some of them were adopted. Yeah. Two are black, two are white. They deal with their mom's death. Their mom was gunned down. They deal with it. Yeah. Marky Mark makes an appearance. 4 brothers. 4 brothers. Awesome film, great pace. The cinematography is amazing. The location, I know it's Detroit. They make Detroit look as awesome as it can because it looks like a really down gritty film. Yeah. And interesting fact, Sofia Vergara. This is one of her first major film appearances.
Nice. I haven't seen the movie, so
she has this one funny part where
does she go Latin or not?
No, she goes all Latin on Mark Wahlberg. She's like, pinche cabrón, like she just starts cussing out Mark Wahlberg, which is funny.
Yeah.
I love the film. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd argue it is partially nostalgia because I love the film. I saw it when I was a kid. I wanted to go watch it with the whole family. Yeah. Not a film you should watch with the whole family, but it's a great film to watch with your friends, with your best friends, because you will each claim a character. Unfortunately, all my friends have unanimously claimed that I'm Angel. No, Angel.
Who is?
I'm the one with the family. I'm the family
man. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really tell you. Who's the actor?
The guy Andre 3000.
Oh, so the guy from Outcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 4 actors. Did you see Death Sentence?
No.
The Sentence with Kevin Bacon?
No. Is the one with Martin Lawrence and the other guy?
No.
Okay, no.
I can name 3 of the 4 main actors.
Okay.
The main guy is Marky Mark. He's the tough oldest brother. He's the one. I love this line in the film. Terrence Hadward says this line.
Yeah.
That's John. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He's heavy. He's the heavyweight fuck up champion of the family. That's a world defended title.
Yeah.
Just lines like that. It's such a great film. The story is, the mom gets gunned down in a store and they're trying to figure out why, and the brothers are trying to figure out why. Turns out she was gunned down. It was a hit by the big mob guy of Detroit. Yeah. He ordered the hit because the mom was stirring up too much trouble because he had a lot of cops on the payroll, and he denied her son Angel, the character who had been chosen of, to start developing his buildings. Yeah. It's just a great movie. I can't explain the whole plot. It's awesome.
Okay.
Go watch it.
Okay, great. Number 8, right?
Yes, sir.
Number 8 for me. As I've mentioned several times on the show, I am Mexican. I was born in Monterrey, in Mexico. And Mexican cinema is so hard. It's so hard to watch it. It can be, when it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's really bad. Every Mexican movie has boobs, all of them. There's not a single Mexican.
Watch more Mexican movies.
Yeah, all of them have boobs and penises. Don't get excited. Oh. But I'll tell you, when it's bad, it's bad. But when it's good, god damn it, it's good. It's Y tu mamá también. This movie, it was directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who directed Gravity and Harry Potter Episode 3. He's so great in this movie, but it's a movie about these 2 friends who are lifelong friends. They go on a road trip with this older, not so older, but a little older than woman. She's from Spain. They take her on a road trip to take her to a beach in Mexico, and they both try to seduce her at the same time. But at the same time, it's such a human story. It's such an inside look into these 2 teenagers, and the way they think and the way they act around each other, and it's just a beautiful look inside human life. The long takes in this movie, there are a lot of long takes, and I love long takes in movies. That's why I fucking love Birdman. Mm-hmm. But the long takes in this movie are awesome. It's very dialogue based. This movie was nominated for best screenplay. Mm-hmm. and it's on Spanish. So yeah, just like so, it's a great accomplishment. I love this movie. I think everyone should watch it. Just it's such a great look inside sexuality, inside the mind of both men and women, and just the narrative. It's great. It was a movie that was actually shot in sequence. So you know how movies are shot like out of this was shot in sequence. And I love this movie. I know I'm probably mentioning several that you do not know, but I think this is a great movie. Even if you watch it with subtitles, I think it's just a great movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's my number 8. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay, it's called Y tu mamá también, which means and your mother too. So, yeah, that's the title of it. Yeah. Which you will not get the title of the movie until you get to that moment where they mention it. I don't want to spoil it because the payoff is just great. But yeah, it's just a great look into human life. So even if you don't speak Spanish, it's just a great movie. So, yeah.
Well, by the way, I will add one more honorable mention. The girl with the dragon tattoo.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Yes. Okay, we're on number 7. Number 7. Okay, I mentioned Scarface as one of my honorable mentions because it was the gateway into gangster films. Yeah. And I love gangster films. Damn it, another honorable mention, Once Upon a Time in America.
There you go.
One of the most underrated gangster films ever. Goodfellas, however, is an awesome film. Have you seen Goodfellas?
I've seen the first 10 minutes.
I need to bitch slap you right now because Goodfellas is a film that you need to watch.
Yeah.
Goodfellas is a story. It's the up and down story. It's the classic, guy works his ass off, gets up there, and then has his fall from grace.
Yeah. So like Wall Street.
Yes, but much better. The first half of the film, I mean, it starts with him as a child. He's like, oh, these gangsters are awesome, and they're treating him like an adult. Like, they treat him with respect. They're like, hey, kid, go get the ice. Kid, go get the sandwiches. Like, he's an errand boy, but he loves it because he knows as time goes he'll rise in the ranks. At one point he gets pinned. At one point when he gets busted, the main mobster guy calls up their main lawyer and gets the kid taken out. Like, they took care of the kid because they like him. And when he comes out of the courtroom, all the gangsters are there. They're like, hey, you broke a chair. You got pinched. Good job. Like, all proud of him. They're like, at one point, the kid gets beat by his dad because dad's like, you haven't been to school in 3 months. Bah, bah, bah. And he tells the main gangster, and the main gangster's like, all right, get some guys. We're going to go to the mail place. And they find the mailman, and they throw his ass into a pizza oven. And they're like, okay, if you ever to deliver another letter from that school gets to that house again, I'm going to have you fucking killed. Because they love the kid that much. It's an amazing film. It's an awesome film. You see him, make money and stuff. He gets a wife, a girl that he loves and cares about. She gets thrown out of a car at one point. He goes and beats the shit out of the guy with a gun, and you're cheering for him. Yeah. And you know he's a crook, but you love him.
Yeah. So it's one of those characters that you love to hate.
Yeah, no, you love him even though he's a bad guy. Okay. Ray Liotta. Okay. That film made Ray Liotta's career. To me, Ray Liotta, he could have quit after that, and he would have been set. Yeah. Now, any film that Ray Liotta does, I want to watch it just because I saw Goodfellas. Yeah. He's awesome. And, I mean, you watch him aspire to the top of the ranks. He gets married and stuff. It's just you want to be this guy, his character. He's so awesome. Yeah. And I mean, after I saw this film, I thought, how hard would it be to become a gangster nowadays? This film made me want to join a mob. Because it's like...
So this and Rocky are like Rocky makes you want to go to the gym. This one makes you want to...
Join the mob.
You take your movies very seriously, sir.
Well, when they're in my top 10, I took my films very seriously. This film... I could see myself as this guy, and I would not mind it. Yeah, I would not mind being a gangster if I was like him. Yeah. Well, for the first half. The second half, he becomes addicted to drugs and stuff, and it's the classic. It's the Scarface mechanism. But that's my number 7. 7. Yes, your turn.
My turn. I feel like I'm just mentioning very dark films at this point, but I'm sorry. I don't choose them because they're popular or unpopular. They're just movies that I connect with. And this next movie, it's called Sleepwalk with Me.
I've seen a lot of films. I have no fucking idea.
I'm sorry. I connect with these movies, and they just stay with me. Sleepwalk with Me was directed, written, and starring Mike Birbiglia. He is. You saw Fault in Our Stars, right?
Yes. He
is the guy who directs the little group, the cancer support group.
Oh.
The fat guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a stand-up comedian, but he wrote, directed, and starred in this movie. and it's like a fictional version of his life, of this period of time in his life, where he was dating a girl he met in college, and they move in together, and it's also where he starts to try to make it as a stand-up comedian. But it's also a really deep look into his insomnia. He can't sleep at night, and when he can, he sleepwalks. So he has a lot of problems with that, even to a point where he's staying at an 8th floor in a hotel room, and he walks out of the balcony. He falls, and he almost died, but he didn't. And this guy, his voice is so cynical that sometimes he's making fun of himself while he's telling the story, and and most of the time he's like talking to the camera, so he's like telling you the story while it's going on. It's really funny. It has a lot of cameos. It's a really cool look inside the life of the making of a stand-up comedian, and also a really cool look into mental health, which you get to see when he's sleepwalking. You get to see his dreams of what he's dreaming of while he's actually doing it, and they can get trippy. So it's definitely not a movie you want to see with your significant other. Definitely, I will just trust me on this. I will not spoil it. I will not spoil any of these movies. I definitely will not do it. But this is a movie that is definitely worth a watch if you are interested in the same way that I'm interested in mental health and Inside Out Talk to Me. I connected to this movie in the exact same way. Just check that it's recording. It's true. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, that was a weird cut.
Technical error.
Okay, yeah, technical error. Okay, so yeah, Sleepwalk with Me. I think it's I'm sorry I keep mentioning like indie or not really well-known films and then putting Star Wars in the middle of them, but this is just a movie that I connect with. I love stories that deal with mental health and people in general, and this movie is just the exact amount of trippy and the exact amount of human, and I love it. Yeah, okay. And it's really funny, which is always great.
All right, awesome. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is a film I loved as a kid, and I rewatched it when I went with my family down to the island. We live in South Texas, and we were driving to South Padre Island, and we put this film on, and it was still funny. It was not funny, but it was still cool and awesome. And my nephews loved it, so I just converted them into fans. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Oh my god! So the animated one.
Yeah, the animated feature. Awesome movie. Great story. You get a throwback to the original Batman cartoon series. Yeah. Really dark film, but an awesome film. Yeah. I mean, it has a good amount of mystery to it. It goes deep. It's the kind of story that you wish Batman Beyond could do every single week. If every episode could have been an hour to an hour and a half long, fuck it, I would have taken that. It's awesome. You see the return of Bruce Wayne's greatest nemesis ever, the Joker. He's as dark as ever. He does his most twisted deed in this film by turning Tim Drake into a little Joker. Yeah. The film was awesome. I mean, Batman Beyond, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Again, I know I say that often, but this is a film, if you're a DC fan or a Batman fan or a Joker fan or just a fan of cinema, watch Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. It's a great film to have under your belt, and it's a personal thing.
Okay. That's great. Numbers. Oh, I forgot to mention in my honorable mentions, Guardians of the Galaxy. Forgot to mention it on there, because yeah. Okay. Number 6. Number 6 is a movie that when I first watched it, I was like, "That's it. I don't need to watch another movie. This is my favorite one. I don't need to watch it." But it was number 1 for a lot of years, and I eventually moved it because I still do love it, and I'm sorry, but there are some movies that I just love even more. It's The Descendants. I know not everyone likes it. I know it was. I know it's definitely not for everyone. But I just really like this story. I like George Clooney. I like that he's a family man and he's trying to protect his daughters. I like both the actors as the daughters. I like the situation where he's in, where he needs to pull the plug on his wife, but he needs to redeem himself so that he won't do it out of spite because she's been cheating on him. I love the performances in it. I love that it was made in Hawaii, which is not a lot of movies are made in there, but it makes sense in it. Like, it takes place in there, but it also it does help to give it a cool visual, but it also helps it's like hugging the characters. Like it's there, but it's more than a background. I love the performance in it. I love the direction. I love the writing in it. It's funny when it wants to. It's just a great funny movie. And you get to see Matthew Lillard doing something serious. So he plays Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Holy shit, that's right. He was the one that was fucking.
He was the fucking the wife. Yeah. Yeah. How do you choose him over George Clooney? Like, what the fuck?
Huh?
How do you choose him over George Clooney? What the fuck?
I'm sure he has more energy. He's younger, has a better body. George Clooney reminds me, like, it seemed like in that film he seemed like a fat guy who kind of let himself go, who, like, in bed, he lasts, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah, but still. Shaggy, come on.
Oh, shit. It's not like she's going to marry him. She's just going to fuck him.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I still love this movie. It used to be my number one because I love the family aspect of it. I love how it it connects. I love the way that they get along. I still love it. It's not my number one anymore, but I still love it. So that's my number 6, The Descendants.
Number 6. All right, awesome. Number 5, the second boxing movie on this list.
So there's more?
Yeah, there's one more boxing movie that's better than Rocky. That the only reason that Cinderella Man is above Rocky is because it's actually true.
So Cinderella Man?
Cinderella Man is my number 5.
Okay.
Amazing film, 1920s. It's just, to me, it is the epitome of an amazing sports movie. Period. You see Jimmy, a guy who everyone really does rally behind and people pray for him. You see the Madison Square Garden go crazy. He's fighting the Bear, a man who's killed 2 people in the ring prior. Granted, there were some inaccuracies, but as far as the film is concerned, amazing. I mean, I think the guy's name is Joe Pesci. No, not Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci wasn't he? Wasn't he dead?
Joe Pesci's dead?
I have no idea.
I don't think he's dead. But God, John, I think something. He played Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And he's also in.
I know him. His
Straight Outta Compton. He's also in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, he's
the main guy from the lady from the lake.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I'll remember it. Just give me 1 second. Just give me.
What's it called? Yeah, amazing film. You can understand where each character is coming from, and there's one particular quote I really love from this film, where he's down on his luck. He's boxing again. He's making a comeback. Him and his wife go visit his manager and his manager's wife, and they're living in like this really nice apartment. But when you enter the apartment, this film takes place during the Great Depression. Yeah. The apartment's empty. Yeah. And there's just like a couple of folding chairs and like a really cheap table. And they're like, we didn't know like it was so hard for you. Like, and he says, well, yeah, that's right. You keep your job up. You don't let people see when you're hurting. Yeah. I mean, you see the depression. You see they need firewood, so they go actually steal wood from a fence. The mom ends up pouring water in the milk to make it last a little longer. Dinner is like a slice of ham, like fried ham. Yeah. And the kids, you love the kids, and they don't even realize how bad it is. Yeah. You see Jimmy, he actually goes back and he pays back the welfare he got. He says, I love that I live in a country that would help a man when he's down on his luck. And you watch the trailer itself, and it says when America was down on its knees, he brought them to their feet. Yeah. Just... God, an amazing film. Oh, I'm sorry. The quote that I was going to say was, when the manager and Jimmy are talking, the wives are talking to each other, and the wife of the manager says, I don't know who this is harder for, them or us, because we need to watch them fix the world, but every second they feel like they're failing us. Yeah. Just, oh my God. Have you seen Cinderella Man?
No, but I've only heard really good things about it. So.
You got to watch it. The trailer itself makes you want to do something amazing with your life.
Okay.
On a serious note, Cinderella Man is a film that defines a generation. Russell Crowe at his best. I mean, you're standing on your feet. I remember specifically, I was standing on my feet in the theater cheering for him to win the boxing match. Yeah. Your move.
Okay, well, how do you follow that? Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, number 5. This is my highest animated film on the list. How do I describe this movie? This movie is so good, I almost hate it. Because I know that nothing in this world that I do will ever be as incredible, detailed, and just tugging your heartstrings, beautiful and perfect. This is a movie that I see it and I'm like, this movie is perfect. There are no flaws in it. Everything about it is perfect. Every second is gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with it. Spirit Away. The Spirit Away is, I could have gone with any animated film that I like. This just, wow. Like, if you have not seen this movie, like, I envy you because because watching this movie for the first time, it's a trip. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. There are no words that I can use to describe this movie except that I almost hate it because it's so perfect. It's so original. It's every second it knows what it's doing. The atmosphere is great. The story is so original. How they take this girl, they take everything that she has in this world are her parents, and they take that away from her, and she has to stand up and do something about it. I was about to say man up, but that is sexist. She's gonna stand up. She's gonna get a job. She's gonna start doing shit in this bizarre bathtub world for monsters. And it's so trippy, but it's so creative. It won Best Animated Feature for a reason. It's...
Would it be?
Yeah? I think it was 2001, so...
Finding Nemo?
No. I think Finding Nemo won that. No, I think Finding Nemo had not come out when that was... I don't remember which movie it beat, but I think it was like the second year where that was going. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's incredible. It's beautiful. It's a movie that if you haven't seen... If you take everything from my list, watch this movie. Like, being a kid, being an adult, being an old person, every person that I know that has seen this movie loves it. I don't know anyone that hates it. And I hopefully never will. If I do, that person does not exist, does not compute, system error, that person is not real. Because I can't see anyone saying something bad about this movie. Mm-hmm. I love it so much that I almost hate it. That is everything that I can say about it.
Can I say something positive about the film? Because I watched it the one time I've ever seen any of it. It was playing on Cartoon Network, and I was playing with like Legos or my Bionicles or whatever. I was playing with toys while it was playing, so I wasn't giving it my full attention. Yeah. But the handful of parts I did see, I was like, "What the hell is going on? What is this? This is awesome!" Like I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I remember I gotta rewatch this film sometime in the future. Yeah. And I was a kid, and I remember thinking, "This is great," and I was barely paying attention to it. Yeah. That's what
did you eventually see it or not?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I need to watch it. Oh, it's on the list.
It's great. Like I told you, it's a movie that I don't have it because it just came out on Blu-ray. It was not on Blu-ray. It just came out, so I'm definitely gonna go and get it.
All right, if you're willing to let me borrow it, I will gladly give it a view.
Good. Number four.
Again, I'm not trying to be politically correct in my list. These are movies that I love and I enjoy. Yeah. The Godfather, number 4, heavyweight. Yeah. The Godfather. It's an amazing story. It's been voted often as the number 1 film of all time, and I see why. You know, it's an amazing story, a great ensemble cast of characters that you love. Honestly, this film, it's damn near the perfect movie. Yeah. You know, this film has so much to it. You know, you see the rise of Michael Corleone. You see him, and each time I watch this film, there's new scenes for me to enjoy. To me, it's like there's new things I notice each and every time. And I've seen this film at least 20 times already. Yeah. You know, you begin to see Michael as an innocent kid, and at first you don't notice it, but you see Michael as like this innocent boy who's trying not to join entering the family business. Yeah. But as the movie goes, you see he does it to protect his family because he's a boy. You know, I remember at one point I had an epiphany when I was driving to work one day, and I remember thinking after I had seen this film. And I remember thinking, wait a second, Michael.
Would I do this?
No. Well, not just would I do this. Yeah. I think anyone would do this. But Michael's a boy. Yeah. If you think about it, even when he's the head of the family, he's a boy protecting his family, and he tries too hard. You know, he's thinking, this is how I can protect my family. This is how I can do this. This is how I can do that. The film is so deeply embedded in the name family, it should be in the definition in the dictionary. I mean, it's just so much about it. It's an amazing film and all the background stories. The guy who plays Sonny was supposed to be Michael. They didn't even want Al Pacino in the role because he's too small, he's too this, he's too that. But Francis Ford Coppola saw something in it that he loved, and he said, no, Al Pacino, him. I pick him. Yeah. The only flaws in this film, honestly, and big spoiler alert here, well, 2 big spoilers alert, they kill off Sonny and the Godfather, Vito Corleone. Those are my only 2 flaws in this entire film. And you know why? I would have loved to have seen the entire cast, the entire family continue in The Godfather 2. Yeah. Sonny wasn't in Godfather 2. Yeah. Nor was Vito Corleone but Robert De Niro played him. It was a different kind of thing.
Yeah. Did he win an Oscar for that?
Yeah, he won an Oscar. I mean, it's a great role. I mean, it's an amazing film overall. And I mean, just the story itself, this kid who has to step up to protect his family. The father, I never wanted this for you, or I'll make him an offer you can't refuse. So many iconic scenes, so many iconic roles, so many iconic quotes. This film is so amazing. By the way, it has the record for the most squibs ever used. Squibs are those tiny things that blow up and make it look like blood on you. They use the most ever in this film on Sonny when he gets killed. Yeah, it has the record. Yeah. They actually told, when they were filming, they were like, have you guys ever done this many on a person before? Nah, but you'll be fine. Awesome movie. I mean, God, I cannot speak enough. If I was filthy rich, I would buy the house where this film was filmed, where this movie was filmed. Yeah. Godfather, you can never go wrong. Right. Next.
Okay, my number 4. It felt really weird putting this movie above Spirit Away. Because I feel like it's hard to defend. The movie is Stuck in Love. Another maybe independent movie directed by Josh Boone, who directed Fault in Our Stars as well. This movie, Stuck in Love, it's about...
Stuck in Love?
Yeah, Stuck in Love. It's about these three people. A dad and his daughter and his son. All three of them are writers. The dad is a published writer. But he's divorced, and then he has, but he still stalks his ex-wife. I mean, he gets laid a lot, but he still stalks because he's still in love with the wife. Yeah, and the daughter, who's played by Lily Collins, and the son, who's played by Nat Wolff. All three of them are fantastic in this because they portray the perfect high school age, college age, and then adult age. And then there are so many little things in this movie that I love. How each of them write very differently. Like when you see the dad writing, he's writing on a typewriter. When you see the daughter writing, she's writing on a laptop. And when you see the son writing, he's writing on paper. So it's like, and each of them deal with love in a very different way. The son, he likes the girl in high school, and he feels like she's out of his league. The daughter, she's very promiscuous, but because she's afraid of getting hurt, because she's seen her dad getting hurt, and then the dad is still hung up on the ex-wife. A lot of the movies that I like are very family based and very personality based, and and relationships and all that, and because I love the interactions, I love how they're portrayed, and this way when you get to see all three of them interacting with love in a different way, I think it's just great. It's a great instant look into the way they think and the way they act, and I love this movie. I think it's very underrated, and it's just great. So Stuck in Love.
Awesome.
So
Number 3.
We got the good stuff.
Yeah, number 3. Okay. Heavyweight champs here. Okay, this is kind of a cop out, but I'm gonna go with it. The entire Harry Potter film series.
Great.
Because this is a film series that defines what it means to truly be a franchise. Because, with all due respect to Star Wars, it was 3 films, came out over the course of 4 years, 5 years?
5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years, not bad. Harry Potter took 10 years, 8 films, 4 directors, and 2 Dumbledores to film.
You motherfucker! Oh my god!
Yes. Perfect casting. The cast, everyone stayed clean.
Everyone is perfect. Yes.
Well, with the exception of that one dimwit who got caught with weed.
Yeah, except for him.
Malfoy's, but he's Malfoy's 4th banana, so that's not saying much. Yeah. The films were amazing. None of them were bad. Each film had its own tone. It had its own feel, its own story. The ultimate battle of good versus evil. The fight in the last film is the embodiment of good versus evil. I love that moment when they're flying and they become one and they split up. Yeah. I mean, just amazing film series overall. You see Harry, Ron, and Hermione as they grow up. No one will ever be able to appreciate these films unless you grew up with them. And I'm not talking you were in high school when the first one came out. I mean, unless you were in elementary school when the first one came out. Yeah, exactly. Because you feel like you're in those characters. And as the years go by and the years pass, you love these characters and you relate to them so much.
I, for one, love that a lot of grown-ups refer to us as the Harry Potter generation.
Fuck yeah!
That's exactly what it is. Because as a kids, we read the books and we grew up with these movies.
We fucking took a class about it.
Yeah, if you didn't know, that is how we met. Eddie and I met because we took a Harry Potter class in college. So yeah,
college course.
Yeah, a college course that was literature based, but it's all about Harry Potter. So in a way, Harry Potter is why we're here.
It's true. I mean, Harry Potter. I mean, damn, man, the stories as you go, they're so intertwined and developed, and you see reasons why the past movies matter in the next one, and this and that. I mean, there are storylines that last from the first film all the way to the very end. Yeah. You know, you see these characters grow up and they become, honest to God, adults and heroes, and they become icons. They are icons. They will forever be icons. Yes. A lot of these characters, you will only see them as they are. Daniel Radcliffe will always be Harry Potter. You know, he will die Harry Potter. A good film, a good movie, a good book, a good story makes you want to stay up just a little later. You fight to stay awake just a little longer to hear the end, to continue the story. Yeah. I mean, these films, my God, they define not just a generation, but generations, and they will define generations to come. If anything, I pity future generations because, one, they will never have a film series like this, but it will never mean so much to them as it did to us because we had to wait. We had to wait for each film. And a great personal story of mine, I saw every film premiere with my mother. Yeah. She took me to the premiere of the very first one, and each and every second one. I was a grown, I was a 17-year-old teenager going to the midnight premiere with my mother. Yeah. Fuck all you guys who think this is weird. This is an honest to God memory I will have. Yeah. Someday in the future, when my mom passes, this will be one of the memories I will forever lean on, thinking I went with my mother for these. Yeah. It's such a big personal thing. I was Harry Potter for 4 years in Halloween. Yeah. I took photos with kids. Somewhere around there are photos of me with random children dressed up as Harry Potter. Because I looked like him. I had the right haircut. I even busted my head one Christmas on a brick by accident. I had the fucking Harry Potter scar. I remember my sister, that was the actual thing. At least now you look like Harry Potter. Well, yeah. I mean, God, these films are such a personal thing. And I honestly cried at the last one because it was, the journey's over, but the journey was so worth it. You know, it felt right.
Now you make me feel bad for not putting them on the list. Yeah, now I feel bad. I mean, I feel this way too about the Harry Potter movies, but it was hard. Okay, yeah, but yeah, I agree. Okay. I agree. Okay, number 3. This movie is so special to me. This movie is maybe in a way that Rocky works for you. This is a movie that works for me in that way. Not in a I'm gonna go out and gonna get fit and succeed, but definitely in a I'm gonna do something way. This movie inspired to start doing things. Mm-hmm. And the first time I watched this movie, I didn't see it on theaters. I watched it and then I watched it every single day that week because I loved it so much and I couldn't get sick of it. It's The Social Network. Wow. The Social Network. It's a movie that inspired in a way. In a way, it didn't inspire me to program, but it inspired me to I'm gonna do something, and in a way, it inspired me to come up with the idea to make a podcast. Because if you didn't know, this is my idea. So I'll take credit when credit is due. I was like, yo, dude, come with me. We're doing this shit. But yeah,
I was the one who was down for it. But
you were down for it, definitely.
But nonetheless, it was.
Okay, yeah. I'm like when I get lost in thought, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I rewatch this movie because this leads me to the idea that if you really want to do something, build it from just starting a podcast to building a fucking empire, you have to get up on your ass and do it and deal with the consequences. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, remember Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was in the moment, and oh, sorry, I lost it. Okay, like
build an empire. Go.
Yeah, if you want to build an empire, you will deal with the consequences, but you will own to them, and you will stand by your beliefs. And if you want to be the very best, like no one ever was, you will fucking stand up on your ass and deal with it, and you will do everything that is in your power to make it work. So this is a movie that I can watch over and over. I can watch it back to back for a whole day. I don't get sick of it. The performances are great. J.C. Eisenberg in this movie, my God, this is Oscar-worthy performance. Mm-hmm. I love him in this movie. Fincher, who's probably one of my favorite directors right now, if not my favorite one. He directed this one. This is my favorite movie of his. Love it. 10 out of 10. Have no bad things to say about it. Every performance in this movie is so slick. Every scene, even the scenes that don't have to do with the story, like when they're doing the kayaking thing, it somehow fits. The soundtrack is eclectic. Oh my god, like this, I saw this movie in a moment in my life where I had no idea where to go. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Because I was going through a very harsh breakup at that moment. And maybe this is not the movie to fix your breakup, but it's definitely one that inspired me to stand up and do shit. Even if it's like on paper. So this movie is special to me. I love it. I don't get sick of it. Social Network. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to make fun of Social Network real quick. I mean, if you want to do something, if you want to go out, you want to aspire, you want to build an empire, you want to steal ideas from two fucking good-looking twins, you go and you do it.
Exactly. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, and I kind of felt bad. I kind of disrupted your thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I came back, so it's fine. So, number 2,
The Dark Knight.
Would you believe me if I told me this is also my number 2?
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit! You want to go back and forth?
Yeah. Okay.
Right, awesome.
So Dark Knight, number 2.
Yeah.
Hey!
We agree on one.
Yeah. I did not see this coming. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god. How do you talk about Dark Knight? Holy shit.
Dude, this number of symbolicisms. I mean, like the Two-Face number 2 thing. That was my game over. This is unacceptable. Wow, I think my girlfriend's pissed.
Why?
I don't know. She's like sending me all these funny ass videos. Anyway.
My girlfriend talked to me. Anyway, Dark Knight. Yeah.
Dark Knight. Everything from Heath Ledger, the performances, the Batman, the gadgets, the story, the multiple false endings, the symbolicism. The 2 boats, the 2 towers where Rachel and Harvey get blown in. Just so much. There's so much going on in this movie. I mean, this movie has weight, and that's what I love about it. Like, this movie is one of those movies that we'll remember forever. This is, it's number 2 because it's, honest to God, the best comic book movie ever done. Fuck off, Avengers. Fuck off.
I love my Avengers. I love Marvel, but this is how you do a faithful adaptation and also a cinematic version
and realistic
and realistic. I mentioned it before, but the weight in this movie, how the inside struggle of Bruce Wayne between staying Batman and leaving the role, how he loses Rachel, but he's still gotta keep going because he's not gonna give up on his city because he is the Dark Knight.
Joker.
Oh my god, the Joker. This is we gave him so much shit before he acted, and then oh my god, we're kissing his ass so much, but he deserves it because this performance is for the ages. It won the Oscar.
It won the Oscar.
It won the Oscar. It's
the fact that The Dark Knight was not nominated for an Oscar.
It's stupid. Film. It should have been fucking nominated and probably won Best Picture because this is how you do a movie that's gonna stand the test of time. This is a timeless movie.
This film, I mean, just the opening scene with the bank robbery, and he says, "Whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you a stranger."
Yeah.
I mean, just why so serious? Look, I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Boom, Yeah.
I mean, I love the part where Batman's in the club and he gets Falcone and they're outside and he's like, "Hey, look. Just for the record, from one professional to another, a fall from this height won't kill me. I was planning on it." Bah, and he breaks his leg and just awesome.
Yeah, Christian Bale is such a badass of this movie. Like his performance, Michael Caine's performance,
dude,
the fucking
Harvey Dent. I did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming either.
I love how they didn't have it in the previous.
Yeah, it was so out of field. I was hoping that scene in the end where near the end where he's sitting down and he's holding the Batman mask. I was hoping that was going to be the ending, but no, it kept going, and it was great. It's perfect. This movie is perfect.
Joker lets himself get caught so he can blow the shit out of the police station. And I don't know if you noticed. Did you notice? You know how he lights the money on fire?
Yeah.
Did you notice that the Asian guy was on the top?
Yeah.
On top?
Yeah. He gave no shits. Yeah.
I didn't even fucking notice that until I watched it on DVD for like the 80th time.
Yeah.
Seriously, for about a year. When I wanted to go to sleep, I popped in The Dark Knight because I knew every single line, every single scene. Legitimately, if we rewatch it right now, I could probably name about a good 70 to 80% of the dialogue of the whole film.
Yeah.
On my own, because I know it by memory. It's been burned into my fucking skull via
Burn
DVD.
like that fucking money, like that fucking tower of money.
God damn.
I mean, this. Yeah.
Sorry.
Keep going.
Clown is right. You have to fix your problem. I mean, just so many quotes.
Oh my god. Will you be taking the Batmobile? No, I think I'm gonna try to go solo. Like, yeah, it's.
I'll take something a little more subtle.
So the Lamborghini then.
Much more subtle.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's just
the conundrum with the guy. You know, if you kill him, or else I blow up the hospital.
Yeah, like it's like that's it. A scene that I fucking love, and that I don't see enough people talking about it. That scene where you know how the Joker starts sending these videos that he films himself.
Yeah.
That scene where he has a policeman tied down, and that guy is the fucking nerd guy from the Breakfast Club. I did not know that. I recently found out. But yeah, that scene where he's tied down, he's like, look at me, like. That scene ends with him into the camera and being like, people are gonna start dying starting tonight, like, and the scene goes dark. You could hear a pin dropping on the floor after that scene. Everyone was dead quiet. Everyone was so scared because Jack Nicholson Joker, he's creepy. This Joker is fucking terrifying.
If you were stuck in a room with this guy,
I would be fucking terrified.
You're gonna die. Like,
you're gonna die.
You wouldn't be scared of him. You know you're gonna die. If I was trapped in a room with Jack Nicholson, I'd just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
If I'm trapped in a room with the Joker, I'm fucking finding the nearest exit.
Yeah. So.
And even then, I'd be scared that he's gonna blow the whole fucking building just to kill me.
Yeah.
Awesome thing though, people didn't notice actually. Yeah. You remember the part where he gives Harvey Dent the gun to shoot him?
Yeah.
I don't think people noticed, but if Harvey Dent had decided to shoot him, his finger was in the way of the hammer to hit the bullet.
Yeah.
So even if Harvey had pulled the trigger, he wouldn't have killed him. But it's that kind of shit as the Joker that makes him so good and makes Christopher Nolan an amazing director.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Christopher Nolan for a second. This is his crowning jewel.
Yes, he did Inception. He did
Interstellar.
He did Interstellar. He did Memento.
The Dark Knight trilogy. Prestige.
But this movie. This is like you mentioned. This is crowning jewel. This is the movie that he'll be remembered for ages, because he took an already iconic character, and he made it so badass, so incredible, so smart. This is when we think Batman, we think of this Batman. We can't lie. Like,
when you say I love that Batman movie, The Dark Knight.
Exactly.
Yes. Like which one that people are talking about.
Yeah, you mentioned the Joker. Who do you think? Ledger. Immediately.
Yeah. I mean, even Jared Leto, as good as he looks.
Yeah, and Mark Hamill, as great as he sounds.
And Jack Nicholson, as funny as he was.
Yeah, this is the Joker that we think about, because this is the iconic movie that
Joker.
This is the Joker, and this is I've said that I prefer Michael Keaton and shit, but this is the movie. Like this is Batman. You think Batman? This is Batman.
This is the version you think of. The Tumblr, the Batpod, so many iconic scenes.
Even the Batmobile is so unique. Like, the Batmobile has never looked like that.
The Tumblr,
yeah. Yeah, so...
Dark Knight,
man. Number two, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So, okay, you're going to have to go with number one right now. Okay.
All right, number one. Number one is a film I love. People hate it. I know it. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Never heard of it.
No, I'm kidding. It's fucking... Damn it. I thought you were going to hate it because it was a really shitty movie.
Never heard of it.
It's Toy Story, the series.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You know why?
I knew it was going to be on your list, but I didn't realize it was going to be number one. Yeah.
No, you know why it's number one? Because this film... Toy Story is the very first film I ever remember watching. Ever.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it's the film really that got me into cinema itself.
Yeah.
Toy Story... After the first one, I wanted to find a story that was going to be just as good. When I see a movie, I judge a movie by how good the story is in itself.
Yeah.
Toy Story, Buzz and Woody, an amazing story was told there. No pun intended.
Yeah.
It's an amazing story. Each one of them is an amazing story. The very first one, dealing with change, dealing with growing up, things like that. Part two, realizing your mortality. It's not about toys. It's about dealing with real issues, honest to God issues that we all deal with in life.
Yeah.
To me, Toy Story 2 was more about dealing with college, dealing with growing up and putting your toys down and realizing life happens.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3, moving on, moving forward, realizing it's okay to let go at times.
Yeah.
Again, this is the same thing with the Harry Potter argument. no generation will ever be able to appreciate Toy Story the same way we did because we grew up with it and we had to earn it and we had to wait. I feel like kids nowadays, I love Toy Story. No, fuck you. I love Toy Story.
Yeah.
Your ass watched the movies and thought they were good. You know why? I love it because I had to wait 5 years for part 2 and I did my waiting 10 years of it.
In Azkaban?
For Azkaban to wait for part 3.
Yeah. You know what's so cool? When Toy Story 3 was being announced and the trailers were coming out and we were like very close to seeing it, I went to like Target, and in the toy section, all the Toy Story toys were there, and I was like,
we're back.
I was like, God damn it, we're back! Like kids were probably watching it and being like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, yeah, because kids are gonna be thinking like, what the fuck is that? But I'm like, dude, like, and I was so tempted. I was like, what if I buy just a Woody and a Buzz just to have them around? Because like, you did it.
I have two, dude. Actually, interesting fact. When I went to Disney World in 2003 with my family.
Yeah.
I bought a red, white, and blue. It was a limited edition Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Like I would think Disney was celebrating its 100th year, something like that.
Yeah.
It was some big deal because it was 4th of July or something like that.
Yeah. So a red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Buzz.
I bought a red, white, and blue Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
It had the American flag on it and everything.
Yeah.
And it was like $60, $70.
Damn.
And my uncle asked my parents, "Why are you buying him that toy?" And my parents said, "Because he's a good kid and he fucking deserves it." He didn't say fucking, but
yeah,
he's a good kid and he deserves it.
But it was there. Okay, look, I love Toy Story. You know how much?
How much?
I'm gonna get a tattoo right here, and it's gonna say Andy.
Okay, that might be a little far.
I don't give a shit. Like, okay, Harry Potter, Kingdom Hearts, Toy Story. Those would be like things that I would get a tattoo of because I love them so much.
And you get a scar?
No. No, I feel like tattoos must be like for oneself, and like I feel like that would be just for me.
Gotcha.
But yeah, keep going. It's your list.
I mean, I'm sorry, no, but Toy Story. I mean, Jesus, Toy Story 3 made everyone cry like little babies.
Yeah.
I mean, I distinctly remember crying in that movie there because I felt like, okay, I've ended a chapter of my life because that film happened to come out right as I was getting out of, right when I was finishing high school. No, I was halfway through high school.
Yeah.
But it kind of felt like a period in my life where I was closing a chapter because, you're growing up, you're getting older, you're dealing with new things.
Yeah.
And I specifically remember putting up on MySpace. This is how old the movie is. Put on MySpace, I just saw Toy Story 3. I cried.
No shit.
Because, I mean...
Yeah. Also, our generation, we're going to show our kids Toy Story 1 and 2 when they're kids. But they're not watching Toy Story 3 until they leave for college.
Yeah.
Like our generation has like that...
We have that responsibility.
Yeah. Like we owe it to Buzz and Woody.
Yeah.
And the gang to do that, yeah.
I mean, in case you didn't know, this popular vote, and this was on very many polls, Toy Story, the original Toy Story, first one ever, was voted the number one animated film of all time, period. Regardless if it's computer animation or
2D,
or pen, it was voted the number one, period.
Yeah, because you can hate CG, but you can't hate Toy Story. Come on, that story is just gorgeous. Yeah.
I mean, you love Toy Story, and I mean, it's so fucking random, but it launched Pixar. It launched Buzz and Woody. I mean, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. Tom Hanks, funny story. He was on the elevator one day, and he saw a kid with a Toy Story doll, and he was like, hey. And he was talking in the Woody voice, and the kid was tripping balls. He's like, what the fuck? Because he's fine. He's fine.
That's awesome.
And he actually gets the Woody and he signs the foot.
Oh my god.
And the kid gets so pissed. He's like, what the fuck did you just deface my Picasso, you piece of shit? And the mom's tripping balls. The mom's like, holy shit, Tom Hanks. And the kid's like, fuck you, Tom Hanks. You just wrote on my Woody.
He will learn to appreciate it.
As he gets older. I bet that Woody's worth a lot now.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
oh my god.
Toy Story. And this is a plan I have. When I'm older and I'm making enough money, when I'm teaching, I plan on buying a vintage Woody and a vintage Buzz Lightyear toy. Yeah. And I plan on having that in my office so I can say that inspired me. Because I want to be a writer. I want to write films. I have all these plans. I have all these ideas for films. Yeah. None of that would have ever been possible with Toy Story. Toy Story launched me into who I am as a person. I can honestly say it influenced me as a person. Yeah. What it means to be a friend. What it means to be a colleague. What it means to be a human being. Yeah. And caring about your fellow man. Toy Story... It's more than a film. Yeah. There's a statue. You know the iconic statue with Walt Disney.
What is he holding Mickey Mouse head?
Yeah. There's one of John Lasseter with Woody on his shoulder and him holding Buzz.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like, I mean, it's that much.
Yeah.
Toy Story is by far the entire series is my number one. If I have to pick one, I'd pick the original. You Got a Friend in Me. I love you, Toy Story. Thank you so much.
Okay. It's so weird because you ended your list on such a personal note, and I'm gonna end it in such a distasteful piece of shit, note, because I can't help to love this fucking movie. I mean, when I watch movies, why do we watch movies?
Why?
Why?
Get away from real life.
To get away from real life, to have fun, to enter in a world where it's not ours. We watch movies about real people, and we enjoy them, yes, but also to remind us of the mortality in ourselves and how those characters will never die because they start to exist when the movie starts and cease to exist by the time it ends.
They surpass.
They surpass the end of time, and these stories can influence us, can make us want more. My number one movie made me want in the way that the Social Network made me want to start doing shit. My number one movie made me realize that everything that I can do it in a funny way. I can do it in an entertaining way. I can be so, and it made me put a lot of attention to detail because a lot of movies that are serious. I'm saying this a lot because this first one is not a serious movie, but it's a movie that influenced me as a creator. It influenced me as I love to write. I love to adapt things. I love going out and doing things. But sometimes it takes something that is balls to the wall crazy to make you realize how human you are and how much little time you have and how much you can love things in order to reference them a lot. Don't punch me. My number one movie is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. How the fuck? Yeah, because this movie, you can shit on Michael Cera all you want, but he was born to play Scott Pilgrim. This is the role of his life. Edgar Wright is great in the Three Cornetto trilogy, but this is his best movie.
For the record, you seem kind of scared. I like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah, I fucking love Scott. I love the comics. I love the movie. I love this. I have the comics. I have the movie. I have the soundtrack. I have the game. I love this fucking piece of shit character. I love.
Game?
Yeah, it's like a classic 8-bit beat 'em up game.
Awesome.
It's great. It's a great game, and it's multiplayer, so you can play like 4 people at the same time, kind of like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Scott Pilgrim. Where do I start? I saw this movie and I was like, I want to make movies. That is the ultimate thing that a movie can do for you. When it inspired you so much to do that, Edgar Wright did. When I said this before, he went balls to the wall, insane with this movie. He wanted to make every time I watch this movie, I catch little things like it can be even from a little sound or a little reference that's in the back. But this movie is so self-referential. It knows what it is. And it somehow manages to talk your strengths a bit. Because Ramona and Scott's story, it's a bit twisted. It's ironic when it wants to. But it's genuine. And I like that. It's genuine love that they feel for each other. And Scott feels so greatly about it that he's willing to go out and fight 7 Evil Exes. Yeah. I mean, would you do that for your partner? Would you?
Well, yeah, they're both pieces of shit. So yeah, I would fight her too.
Of course, again. And when you feel something like that, when you're willing to do something like that, I mean, have you ever been dating someone and you're like, yeah, your exes? I'm better than them. But this takes that idea and blows it out of proportion to make them like anime video game villains with no redeeming values. That is how much. And what I love most is that none of these characters are perfect. They're all imperfect in their beautiful way, and they're all funny, and they have a great sense of humor with it. Like every scene is gold. Like how it knows it's not a movie; it's more than that. And it's just great. Like the fight scenes are great. The music scenes are great. The comedy scenes, the references. Like I told you, every time I watch this movie, I get something great. And like I told you, this movie made me want to make movies. And I will always be thankful for Edgar Wright for what he did with that movie. I love this movie. I wish I wish I could give like a whole sermon like you did for this, but I love this. I have no bad things to say about it. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not for everyone, but for me, this is the movie that I compare that I connect with the most. Even if I have nothing to compare with, I feel like this movie and I just go way back. I love it. I have never sat down and not enjoyed it. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah, I really love that part with the sword. I love how love doesn't win.
Yeah.
Scott uses the power of love, and he got killed.
Yeah.
I love how the second sword...
The power of self-respect.
The power of has earned the sword of self-respect. He pulls it out and he finally gets the win.
Also, that voice is Will Hader.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Holy
Will Hader.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this also. Did you notice that Chris Evans is a third X?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I watched it, I was like, "That's not him. Those eyebrows are not him." But yeah, then I rewatched it. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fucking him."
We are Sex Bomb, and we're about to watch Scott Pilgrim kick your ass.
Said, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god!
Was it Little Nez? No, Little Ted.
It's gonna kick your teeth in. Actually.
No. The one where he says, "Little Ned, you are no longer Little Ned. You are now just
young Neil.
Young Neil, you're no longer Young Neil. You are now Neil."
Neil, yeah, and actually that's a reference to Neil Young.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Neil Young, Young Neil.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
and I love the part where he just after he dies the first time he comes back.
Yeah,
he just walks up. Are you? Bah,
yeah.
bah.
If you realize that's a reference of when you're playing a game and you die, but you already gotten so far. You know exactly where to go.
Yeah, like you're just walking, just like, bah, get the fuck out of the way.
Because you're pissed because you died near the end of the level. And you're like, okay, gotta go back, but no fucking piece of shit. You buy. It's
I don't fuck around.
Yeah. Like if you grew up gaming and watching all movies and indie music, this movie has everything I love. It's just like it's like I told you, it's not for everyone. Definitely. Like, I've had some friends who are watching it and who are like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, it's Scott Pilgrim versus the fucking world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, love this movie. Have no bad things to say about it. And it's, for now, my favorite movie.
Fair enough. All right. So we got Toy Story versus Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Like I tell you, it's not what we think it's the best movie. It's what we connect with and our favorite ones. I know Scott Pilgrim is not as big as Toy Story, but...
Well, no, I like Scott Pilgrim, though. I honestly like it. I know it's not in one of my honorable mentions. It's not in my top 10. I respect it as a film. It's a good film. I enjoy it. I like it. I can watch it. If it's midday Saturday, I got nothing to do, my date's later on, Scott Pilgrim's on TV, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
It's a good film. I honestly like it. I have nothing negative to say.
Yeah.
Star Wars, on the other hand.
Come on, man.
No, all right, I'll drop it.
You know how I feel about Godfather too. Come on.
That's true.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was
a top 10 list.
Top 10 list. That took an hour. Holy shit.
I said, aren't you glad we did 2 separate videos?
Yes, I am. Okay.
Now my girlfriend must be pissed over the phone.
It was a good idea. Well, it was. Thank you so much for being with us for these past 10 episodes. We hope to do over 200 more. Honestly, I love doing this. So yeah.
So long as you don't get deported and I'm relatively available, we will continue doing this.
Yeah, because this I love doing this. I can't see why we should stop. Yeah.
I honestly look forward to it every week. I honest to God look forward to
every week. This is one of the highlights of my week because just coming down and discussing movies, which is just something I love. Has become such a great thing. So thank you so much for joining us on all this ride, and we will definitely see you next week. My name is Chema.
And I'm Eddie.
And we will see you next week again.
Bye-bye.
Okay.